Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live stream. First of all, happy Friday to all of you, and good morning, good evening, wherever you are. So, Bitcoin basically, we closed our longs we from 62.1 yesterday when it started losing. Monday low levels of 66.5. We closed there, and today we tried longing at $66,166, and I got stopped out on that 1 hour loss happened. I was having the bullish count basically. Now that the bullish count got invalidated, I've literally closed my atom at break even. I did not even wait for it to fill me at 11.5. I simply closed it at break even. And also SNX, we got a nice scalp on the upside basically, but it rejected from the 4.45, and now it stopped me at break even as well. Yesterday we got caught a perfect SNX SNX scalp actually, but overall I think SNX is bullish. I would not be telling you that it's bearish at this point. Yeah, it might be doing it irregular expanded flat now. Why? Because the move on the downside was simply sort of simply A, B, and then you got a 5 wave move, or C, and then we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, or one more push down, basically a retest of Monday highs would be nice. Still SNX is above Monday highs. I do feel that it's bullish. Once it starts losing that Monday highs, then definitely SNX is gonna piss. But now I think our strategy for SNX, I mean, we literally caught SNX at 11-hour setup yesterday. 11-hour, we already booked at the top actually. Honestly speaking, we literally booked yesterday at the top when we were here. 11-hour gains obviously, and basically I feel now we have to wait for 4.45 to flip. So why 4.45 is a very, very crucial levels for SNX. If you look at just SNX on a weekly time frame, yes, that is a very interesting range highs that you have got on SNX. So practically, if I just simply hide all the SR and price action algo, what you'll see is that yes, we are having a range highs. This is where the range highs on SNX is at 4.45. We rejected with the bearish engulfing last time over here, or in Jan itself, but basically we held the equilibrium and we just bounced. Now that we are accumulating around this zone, so now we really want SNX to flip 4.45. Once it flips at 4.45, we can literally buy the spot bags over there, and we can then probably ride it till the first target would be 8.3, basically the sweep of these highs. And if it get acceptance above, gets a weekly closing above 5.9, I would simply be very, very happy to tell you that SNX is then gonna fly to the bigger target of 16.3. So basically it's gonna be like 4R or 4x for SNX. Hence I would say that this should not be missed. Once it flips the 4.45, you literally don't need to wait for any call. Just simply buy the spots and chill once it flips the 4.45 levels. That is very, very, very crucial for SNX. So now everything depends on the 4.45 levels for SNX. Okay, once it flips, then only probably we'll be able to buy more. So now let's go to the USD DOM first before we start going with the analysis. With the analysis for Bitcoin. So let's go with the USD DOM first. Well, USD dominance yesterday, basically we rejected, but there is an equal highs over here, which is slightly uncomfortable at this point. But then looking to the wave count that I have, the wave count is, in my view, whatever the wave count I have is, I clearly see the move on and upside was in 3 waves over here, or you can say 5 waves diagonal. But then it was like a very simple another 5 waves over here. So practically, in my view, what I'm watching here is that we might be doing, there are two possibilities over here on a USD DOM. Either it's doing ABC or it's doing 1 2 1 2. So this is going to be very interesting for every one of you here. We're talking about the bullish count. I think the bull scenario for a USD DOM would be that once it flips the I mistakenly removed the triangle over here. Path and hold on, an impulsive count. Perfect. So I personally think there are two possibilities for a USD DOM, ladies and gentlemen. So the first possibility is that if you look at here on the USD DOM, there are two ways of looking at it. Now, first, I'm going to spend a little bit more time over here. The first thing is this is a 5 waves over here first, okay, and then a diagonal. So this is your clear 1, this is your clear 2, sorry. So this is your 1, this is your 2 over here, and this is your 3 over here, 4 and a 5 rejection as well. So this makes sense actually. So that is going to be your, perfect. So this is like your 5 waves, okay? Now that we got our 5 waves over here, we would be looking, what would be the 5 waves actually? Now, two possibilities. Now, what if this move is ABC? No, I don't really think it's ABC at this point, because if you look at from the Fibs perspective, normally a B wave should not go beyond 1414, but it can go till 1618, which is like a farthest extension you can ever have for the B wave. And but if you look at here, yes, it did not went even till 1414, so this is very much valid for a B wave target, which also indicates that there is a possibility that this whole pump for 5 waves was wave A over here, this was your wave B, and we got a 5 impulsive move on the upside for wave C. So that is like your 5 waves over here, okay? So practically the top is in for USD DOM, the local top is in, and now we are doing another ABC move on the downside on a lower term time frame. So this is some sort of ABC, which can be a bigger A over here. This is 1 2 1, or maybe this is going to be one ABC, or maybe the B is in, or ideally because we are at equilibrium, so I would not like to see the B going above, and then we are likely going to see one more move on the downside for wave C, something like this. And also if you look at here, I am looking for a very interesting flag over here, a flag sort of a structure as well, not exactly kind of, but yeah, I mean, I would say something like this. I need to throw it properly. Perfect. So this is like ABC in my view. Now this can be a bearish count, meaning that the USD dominance rejects the equilibrium one more time, which is 4.36%. We don't go above these levels, even if we go one more sweep and then we reject. And once we start rejecting, we are likely going to long everything back again, because then the C would be going towards a liquidity which is around 3.95 and maybe even to the double bottom sort of a thing as well. So this is the bullish count for the bearish count for the USD DOM on the lower term time frame, but which would also mean that this move is solid, and after that we're just going to go for a bigger impulsive move towards 5.2%. So this is the bearish count. Now talking about the bullish count is the bottom is already in, and this is not ABC. This is some sort of a 1-2-1-2 scenario, meaning that the first impulsive move that we got was some sort of a wave 1. This is another ABC, that is a wave wave 2 over here, and this is a simply wave 1, and now we got another ABC wave 2. So this is like a 1-2-1-2, and the invalidation for this 1-2-1-2 is Monday mid, which is around 4.17%. So practically at these levels, I think we are at a very crucial level for USD DOM, and I would definitely be not say that we should be bearish on USD DOM, but yes, I would not be bullish as well at this point, because we are at a resistance. Practically this is the resistance, and I would not be bullish at the resistance. Yes, once it flips the equilibrium, then definitely I would say yes, we are bullish, more and more bullish. We were bullish over here, if you remember, at 3.87%, because we were having a clear sign of RSI bullish on a daily time frame. As you can see, now let's confirm our biasness. Yes, RSI lost 50% levels. I think a bearish retest of 50% would be nice. And what might literally be happening here is we might just probably give us a bearish retest, and it just dumps like this, give us a retest of RSI based MA, and then we start running back up like this. Now this is a very, very nice possibility, because last time also when we had a big run up, we rejected from 50%. Come back down, went down literally like retesting here, and then we started running back up. So this is also a possibility. So I do think I would not be bearish at all on Bitcoin at these levels when USD dominance is at resistance of equilibrium. And I would even say to you guys, I'm not selling my spot bags. I'm just simply gonna hold because I feel that these are not the levels to be bearish. Yes, I would be very much bearish once USD DOM literally starts flipping the equilibrium of 4.36%, because once that level is flipped, then yes, definitely I would say that USD dominance is gonna go for 4.85 to 4.95, maybe even 5.2%. Practically at that point of time, Bitcoin will be dumping back to 58,000, maybe even $57,500. So this is the reason, right now I would be, I'm having both the counts. So I'm just simply going to watch at this point. How are we going to close CMEs today? Because the closure is going to be very, very important for, practically CMEs. Let's just have a look on how the CMEs are looking. And then probably we will come back to our theory of the Eclipse. We already got a nice impulsive move on Eclipse, like almost close to 11%. So, yep. Hold on. BTC1. Bitcoin future CME. So if you look at the CME chart, ladies and gentlemen, the CME daily is definitely not looking that great, but it's not looking that bearish as well, because we are having a support of 50%. But what it tells me that CME is just want to retest that 50% on RSI, and after that we will be looking for any sort of a bigger bounce, probably retest of 66.8. so practically I feel at this point that CME is quite not bullish at this point. It's just telling me that we are likely going to see some nasty move on the downside on CMEs. Talking about the daily time frame, yes, something we should not be ignoring is an engulfing candles. Engulfing, we got a very strong bullish engulfing candle. So normally the engulfing candles are very much, when it happens on the hard time frame, are very, very strong. Basically, it also tells us that we are likely going to see a nasty move, slowly and gradually, maybe like a chop move. But yes, I'm expecting on the CME something like this. You see, this was the lows at 61,000. This was the highs. Maybe CME go towards $63,000. I think I will be just activating my original limit that we have at 63,000 practically, and then probably we can go for one more push up like 70,000. And after that we would be looking for a downfall to daily EMA 50 around $56,000. That's going to be like a bigger ABC move for Bitcoin. I mean, this is what I would like to see now on Bitcoin for the CME. So practically, my plan is still same. I think we will be buying the dips on Bitcoin around 63,000 at this point. Now, unless if we are saying that Bitcoin is going to flip, $66,700. If Bitcoin flips or breaks out of this trend line that we are having, 66,600 to 700, then definitely we will be buying up there. So this also means, one of the two things that very, very important for you guys, especially those who are, don't deal with the leverage, or basically, looking for some, for some scalps. For you guys, the good news is, yes, you will be able to buy Bitcoin cheaper around 786, maybe even 702 Fibonacci levels, practically around here. So ideally, we should be buying Bitcoin back around these levels of 63,000 to 62,400 over there. Like this, it can go like this. This can be, simply the dump that happened was wave 1, 2, 3, sharp on the downside, 4, a downside move like this, 5. This is going to be a B wave, and we break out for C wave, a run back up towards 72,000, and that's where this whole thing becomes bullish. So this is going to be like a compression. So this is like a compression, and then you got a very nice acceleration. So that's going to be our acceleration then. So right now, the first thing you need to understand, right now Bitcoin is at no trade zone. Now a lot of people might be looking for Bitcoin forming inverse head and shoulder. Maybe not. A lot of people might tell you and show you, hey, look, BTC is forming inverse head and shoulder. Normally, how I would like to play inverse head and shoulder, when normally, we are looking for a perfect neckline. Now, let's say even if you got a perfect neckline on Bitcoin, which is around Monday highs of 68,900, basically this is your neckline. Okay, so we never tested those neckline. We rejected before the neckline, and our support is literally is at around 64,500. Basically we are at a support. So basically if Bitcoin can literally hold here, this can be another LTF, a ABC, or a zigzag correction. So practically how it would go, it would just most likely go more choppiness over here before it literally dumps. But this can also mean that this move on the downside or an upside that we got was A, B over here, one more push up for a wave C, try to break out, trap everyone like a fake out, and fake trap everyone, and then further dump. So that is also a possibility, ladies and gentlemen, in my view. So this is one of the case. But the inverse head and shoulder, honestly speaking, is this is not a valid one. Even if it plays out, honestly, I would not say you don't need to learn wrong things. Inverse head and shoulder concept and logic is very, very simple. You have a neckline. This is the neckline. The price rejected from there. Then it found support somewhere, formed a range, intermediate range. We pump up like here, go to deviation, trap everyone like a manipulation sort of thing, reclaim it there, and then pump it back up, neckline, flip the neckline and go. This is very clear to me, like some sort of an accumulation, manipulation, and then you got an expansion. Very clearly, in my view, this is a very simple logic that you all need to understand when we're talking about head and shoulder. The head and shoulder is very much alike, as you can see. Very, very, very like. The concept falls with very, very, very similar to a PO3 setup, basically accumulation, manipulation, and expansion. So right now we are at support. You really don't want to short BTC over here. We will be shorting basically Bitcoin only and only if it start losing H4 EMA 200 levels. No, I mean this is not the levels. We are still bullish on the hard term time frame. The trend has not shifted yet. For me, the trend would start shifting back once you start losing the EMA 200 on the H4, which is currently sitting at what levels? Let's just check. EMA, multi EMAs. So which is currently sitting around $62,600 now. So practically, once BTC lose that levels, then definitely the trend would, in my view, would more likely incline for more and more downside. But right now the trend is bullish. These are like maybe a choppiness or something. But overall, I think we are at support as well. I would not even suggest you guys to short anything. Basically, we want to buy, we want to long. For longs, we wait for two things. Either it gives us a clean breakout above 66.8, 66.8K like this. We flip it up and we go like this. Okay, this is how we want first. Or let it just give a fake out and then dump like this towards my level of 63,000. And once this is how 63,000 filled us, and then we go up. Why? Because I'm having a very interesting harmonic over here, which is perfectly fitting with my logic as well. So this is the harmonic that I'm talking about right now. This was the lows, and we got a very nice bounce as well over here on Bitcoin, which was roughly around 618. So this makes sense. If you do get a bounce, a dump towards 786, basically towards 62.4, I would be very, very happy, and pump it back up to 72K would be very, very nice in my view. So this is the harmonic that I have. Now it might be literally give us the shallow retracement as well, but not too shallow. I mean, I really don't want that shallow. I mean, this is the harmonic that I have. So let's see how this plays out in my view. The two ways you really want to long Bitcoin: above 66.8 and let it ride to 72K, or let it just dump to 63,000, and that's where we buy. In middle, you are literally now entering into a choppy zone. So basically you need to be very, very careful. You really don't want to lose money. We made a good money with Bitcoin long. We literally nailed the bottom. If you remember, this was the wick we caught it, literally filled at the 62,000 and just pumped it up to 68,000. We booked profit around 66.8. Still, it is more than 15 hour gains, because the stop was like nothing. 62,000, like 62.1 was our stop. And so I really don't want to lose on the gains. We just want to be patient at this point. overall, I feel we should not be bearish. Why? Because if you look at the total 2 crypto market cap, it is very, very bullish. And honestly, till it stays above the equilibrium of 1.04 trillion, this is bullish. I mentioned to you over the live stream as well, 1.002 to 1.04 is the levels where you should be buying alts, and it got a very interesting bounce, roughly around, I would say it gave you 10% bounce overall on the alts as well. Many alts did good. RSR went nuts. And I posted in my discussion channel, as you guys knows about it. I was expecting RSR to do something like that, and I just simply missed it. Actually missed it somehow. And I am still riding my spot bags on RSR. Just for a disclosure, I've been very, very much transparent with you that I was holding it and I'm not shilling anything to you. Yes, I got a big bag on RSR. I've already booked 50% gains on RSR, so now it's like more than 2x gains overall, on the bag actually. So I'm happy with RSR. Now I think the total 2 is good. Maybe we might see double bottom sort of a thing, but the levels that I'm seeing right now is 1.08 to 1.07 trillion retest. So that is what I would be looking for now on your total 2 actually. 1.08 to 1.07. That is the levels I would like to see total testing now. So ideally, if you look at from the lower term time frame perspective, let's say we are going to 2 hours time frame, just look at here on total. I feel at this point, the pump up that happened on the total, clearly to me, that looks to me like at this point some sort of a ABC, because that happened in like 1, 2, B, and then you got an impulsive move C. Now this can be another ABC, so I would like to see 1.06 and then run it up like this to either $1.4 trillion, irregular expanded flat, or maybe give us a minimum bounce towards 1.2 to 1.24, which is still good for alts in my view, which would be very, very good. From here, a bounce of like 15 to 16% is still good, not bad. So we want to make money over there, okay, with the confirmation. So I would say you guys have patience at this point. As soon as I see concrete confirmation on Bitcoin flipping the 66.8 levels, or it's just going to 60,000, I'm going to give you that limits. Till then, hold on. I canceled my previous limits of 60,000 if you know it, and I'm just going to give the new one as well, okay? Talking about total 3 is still a little bit struggling over here on the daily time frame. Just want to wait and watch as to how are we going to close this total 3. If total 3 is closing today as well above 686 billion, I'm expecting total 3 to literally pump it up to 22%, going to 877 billion, which means clearly this is the sign that Ethereum is definitely gonna pump, but I think alts are going to pump more than ETH actually in my view. Now honestly speaking, everything has its invalidations and everything has its confirmations. Right now the confirmation is that the total 3 is bullish. I already got the confirmation because it closed 3 consecutive candle on the daily above equilibrium of 687. So I have a confirmation. This is bullish. I really don't want to be bearish. I would be bearish only once we see total 3 losing $687 billion on daily for 2 consecutive close under. Once that happens, we literally pack up, and we are literally going for a vacation for like maybe few days, maybe few weeks, because then probably once the total 3 loses this equilibrium levels that we have here of 686 billion, you can expect total 3 to literally fill this whole week, dumping another 20%. Also are going to get wrecked at that point of time. So you really don't want to be, just simply have that bullish biasness. No, we are just playing the levels. I'm not having any biasness, guys. Whatever I'm talking, I'm simply talking from the perspective of the levels that we are having it. Okay. Few of the alts that I personally like it. Now, yes, the way I wanted this shitcoin to play out. First, it is not playing out the way I wanted. That shitcoin is your favorite, guys, and Arslan. I'm not sure whether you are here or not, but you would definitely be laughing on this shitcoin. And yes, you were right. Atom is like another XRP actually. It's one of the another XRP. I mean, look at the shitcoin. I mean, it's so accumulating above, just so chopping. It's just not giving us that move. the wave FTM1 or near did actually. So I'm running out of this patience for this atom actually. That's what I would say. One thing I can say for sure about this coin atom is that it is holding a very good support. Now if you look at the weekly time frame, look at here. So if you look at here, atom is not having an engulfing candle, which is a really good sign, which means that it has not given up. Atom is not having engulfing candle. Now if 11.5 is holding, and I think if the weekly support is holding as well, basically this is the levels. If 11.5 it holds here, we don't close under this weekly close, don't happen under, there is still a probability atom performs really nice. And what might be the case over here for atom is that, what might be, I'm not sure, but what might be the case would be, this is just wave 1, this is wave 2 over here, and then we are going to see 3, 4, 5, and again, this is some sort of a 1-2-1-2 case. So this is wave 1 over here, no engulfing candle. We are going for a wave 2 over here. This is your wave 2, or we might see one more push down, and then we are going to see another 3, 4, and 5. So if that happens, I really feel that I really don't want to miss this whole pump on atom, guys, because this is the coin that has not yet pumped. And it is, of course, it's one of the best coins. It used to be actually at that point of time. So I still expect even a phantom literally pumped. So I think atom should also be giving us that impulsive move on an upside as well at some point. So at this point, I'm just simply going to, yes, I'm perfectly fine. My views on let's talk Bitcoin. I think we literally talk Bitcoin, my friend Exomoxa. Now let's talk about ETH. I think ETH is still bullish on the daily time frame. We literally broke out as well on ETH. So at this point, I see the daily is having a very interesting engulfing candle with a very, it's like I would like to see ETH being testing the order block that we have around 3292 and maybe even 3260. That's where we have daily EMA 50 support. So the similar view on I have for ETH as well. I'm expecting ETH to go down from here because Monday low is literally losing it. So I would like to see something like this retesting back current monthly open, come back down, holding up here. And I would not like ETH to literally lose these levels, basically the range lows that we have. This is your range lows, ladies and gentlemen, of 3195. So I don't want ETH to lose this. Basically, this might be a 3-tap setup, honestly speaking. Not exactly our kind of a 3-tap, but yes, a very valid 3-tap. Let me show you. So this is your lows. Okay. And this is your highs. So practically, we sweep these lows here and we got a nice bounce on ETH. And now I would like to see give us a 3-tap. So if you're holding it here, I'm expecting, I do think it's going to hold. I think we're going to see at least a retest of 3,800. And if this level of 3,800 or maybe 3,870 is flipped, we are likely going to run up. Else, along with Bitcoin, even ETH is going to have the same faith of dumping more down towards 2,800 or so. But for now, looking to the structure on the lower term time frame, I'm expecting ETH to move on the downside. Now, how do we long? Long only and only when ETH is flipping the levels of 3,520. Once ETH flips the levels of 3,520 on 4 hours, 2 consecutive 4-hour close above, simply long it and ride it to 3,750. That's going to give you a nice $200 move on an upside for ETH at that point of time. That's how you should play. But for now, this is how I'm watching ETH actually. Losing this yellow line, the range lows would be literally sending ETH down to previous month mid of 2,890. So that's what I'm having at this point. SNX is definitely looking good, my friends. We are literally accumulating under a resistance in my view at this point. Now the next long, opportunities for SNX in my view should be around the flipping of the 4.45. I got stopped out at break even. It was a good profits in my view. It literally went to 1 hour. I should have literally booked 1 hour gains actually, and we would have booked 1 hour on SNX. Even if BTC would have stopped, we would have made nothing today, but at least we would have not lost that 1 hour. But anyways, I mean, it went out of the profits. Yesterday we made 11 hour on SNX and 10 hour on day before yesterday. Over the live stream I mentioned about this long on Bitcoin. It perfectly went that way. I hope you guys took it as well. I think at this point SNX is going to be very bull if it flips 4.45. So have your eyes on that SNX as well. Talking about lot of money and lot of coins are getting listed on pink sale for like memes. I don't know, people are going nuts. Every day there are tens and 20s of new coins are coming on the pink sale website for listing. I think the market is going nuts. I mean, there was a book of Mimi yesterday. I saw there was a book of Mimi Dodge, and it literally got subscribed 10 times more. Basically people are just going nuts with this. They want to make money by hook or crook. That's what I feel at this point. So they are just going nuts with it. And I really don't know if the market is literally going to be very much grateful for all this kind of greediness. But yes, memes are normally the last thing you really want to see pumping. But let's see. I mean, if this is the market, I mean, it can do anything at this point. The projects like, for example, the good projects, I would say, like INJ, got stuck, rejected at 45 and dumping. It was supposed to flip 45. Yes, it flipped, went to 52. We literally got out and it dumped. Basically, we booked profits at 50, 51 and it dumped. So that was a good call of taking profits there. But it lost 45, which is like breaking my heart, because it lost 45. Now it's literally going to target $27, $26. And the coins like meme coins like a bomb or whatever, the quack, I literally saw one coin, quack, like a duck coin, and it got subscribed by almost like 7 times more. I mean, what the hell is going on actually? What the hell is going on there? I don't know. But INJ is definitely a lost cause in my view. Till it don't flip 45, I would say everyone to stay out of it and don't get unnecessarily if someone is shielding you INJ at this point. Yes, if somebody would have shielded you INJ at the bottom, if you remember, at $6.8 to $7 I mentioned we should buy INJ, and we literally bought as well. But we booked profits around $17 because that was my primary target for INJ. It dumped from there as well and the pump. Right now, if somebody's shielding you INJ at this point, yes, we need to play levels. You just have to open up your mind. Flip 45, you buy, and you're gonna make double your money. So it's gonna be easy buys, or else just have your orders at $26, $27 and wait for it. INJ is gonna fill you at some point in case Bitcoin go nuts from here. So that's what for SNX. I think I updated my accounts, for APT. APT, yes, I was literally waiting for this coin actually, because I went into waves a little bit early. But yes, I think now APT is ready. It got a 2 consecutive close above the green box. Everything is turning bullish. I think APT is very, very bullish in my view. So if you look at from here, I think APT is clearly in the mood to break and make new highs above $20. It's clearly going to do that way. So I think any right now we are at a 786 Fibonacci level, resistance. Once that 786 is also flipped, I think APT is simply going to go to the bigger target of 1618 and 1414. Practically this is where APT is going to go. That would be the primary target, basically around $30, and extended target would be around, as I mentioned, $44.9. It's not gonna go straight away. It might even go straight away, but I think for now, I think APT is definitely aiming for $26 to $25 but still I would say I'm still not comfortable even if it is looking good. Why I'm not comfortable is only because BTC, I just need stability in BTC. If BTC can probably give us that $63,000 right now, I would definitely be very happy to buy 80 APT at the market, because BTC slightly reverses, APT is going to pump up more actually. So I'm simply going to have patience. But yes, from the technical analysis perspective, APT is looking really, really great. It is poised for more upside towards 21, and a first primary intermediate target of $26. Invalidation, if it loses 14.5 again, then the whole bullish case for APT is going to invalidate. You really don't want to see APT losing that 14.5 on 3 days, nor on daily time frame. Okay, so APT is bullish, but I'm just going to stay away for now from APT. Waves, I think, as I mentioned, overall it's looking great from the weekly time frame perspective. I still am waiting for it to come to at least give us that 4.45 retest. I feel this weekly closure is going to be very, very important for us. And wave is literally above our stop loss now of 3.35. So any bounce we are getting it's just reducing our loss, because right now we were 1 hour underwater. Right now we are not 1 hour but 0.9 hour. So I just wanted to at least give us like a break even, or at least in my view it should give us a retest of 4.45. If it gives us the 4.45, I think it's going to be pumping up a lot towards $6 and maybe even $12. Weekly is bullish, because look at the volume. The volume, it just broke out with a huge volume, and despite the fact we got rejected, but still there is no sign of an engulfing candle. The volume is pretty much lower here, so I think we just have to wait and stay patient with this waves at this point. Sand is bearish. So basically I'm expecting any retest of 69 cents, we get the fog out actually with 1 hour's loss, or if it gives us 73.3, we literally get out with like break even. My entry is 73.3 actually with average, and I did not DC anything at the bottom. So 73.3 is my average. I really don't want to risk much, but 69 cents we're gonna get out with 1 hour loss. 73.3 would be my break. And I'm expecting at least 69 cents retest would come for sand, gentlemen. For $63,000 Bitcoin, I think I canceled it in the morning before I gave the 64.4. So that is canceled, my friend Frostbay. And I would give the new long, but just want to wait for a little bit confirmation. Basically, I'm just gonna wait for. Hold on, let me just check. I think I cancelled. BTC spot cancel. So that is of course our good levels, but when we are very coming close to the eclipse, basically now let's go to the primary, this thing of what we discussed yesterday as well, on the Coinbase chart, the daily chart. The 24th is coming, eclipse is coming. That's like pre-number lunar eclipse. Normally, as I mentioned, we pump towards the pre-number lunar eclipse. Yes, we got a very nasty move on an upside on Bitcoin, and what I personally believe is I do think the pump is not yet over. What we might be doing is, as I mentioned, 63,000. We have a naked POs here on 63,167. So just go there, 63,167 to 62,800, and start back pumping up like this. A pre-number lunar eclipse like this, pump to 70,000, 72,000, and then till total solar eclipse comes, we start going back down, dump, like maybe 59,000, maybe just sweeping the lows here, and can even go literally to $58,000. And after the total solar eclipse, we will see some interesting run up on Bitcoin later on. But for now, I think this is how I'm seeing, because if we are not pumping today, which is like if we don't pump BTC today to or close above 66.9, this is a very likelihood, and this is going to be the possibility for the next few days for Bitcoin, which also indicates that this is going to be really happy this is going to really make me happy. Why? Because we're just simply going to sit and wait, and maybe get out of Bitcoin spots at 70,000, sell everything over there, and just simply going to wait for that 58,000, maybe 56,000 dip to come, and then probably go in again actually. So that's what the Bitcoin plan can be at this point. But overall, I do see that one more push up is the very, very likelihood, and I'm still expecting that one more push up at least to 69.1 is my expectations for Bitcoin. My energy is draining a lot already. So whoop, FTM and FET, my friend Akansha, sure, I'll check it for you as well. RNDR, as I mentioned, RNDR, I expect if RNDR don't hold the level of 11.4, I'm expecting RNDR to dump, sweep the lows, and go back down to levels of 9.2. So looking to the structure, I think RNDR is literally bearish at this point. Why? Because A, B, and C over here, this can be wave 1, 2, like this, a one more push down, a retest like this, and then further dump like this to RNDR, and then we run up like this. So this is a possibility for RNDR, but overall it is bullish. The dips are for buying in my view. If you can probably wait for RNDR to either go back down to $9 to 8.4, that would be the best levels to buy the dips, or you should be simply waiting for it to flip the 11.5 and then probably buy the dips on RNDR basically. So 11.5 is going to be good levels for RNDR, which is like Monday lows, previous week lows, and obviously the range naked POC that we have, the previous week POC that we have around. So all these things is very, very crucial for RNDR at this point. Right now it is a no trade zone. The bear count would conform once it start going under 10.3. Once it goes under 10.3, the bearish count would conform, and it would mean that we are likely going to go down to 9 to 8.8 actually. Okay, that's what then probably it's going to do. FET is also, I'm expecting it to do something like this, because if RNDR is doing, FET is also going to do that. As I mentioned, two possibilities for FET. The green box is the box in my view. I'm expecting it to, what do you say? I'm expecting FET to either go into the green box. If it is bullish, then FET should not go into the green box. It needs to hold the range lows of 2.28. So 2.28 is where I would like to see FET holding those levels. If it holds that 2.28, I think FET is going to run up to 3.5. If it don't hold 2.28, we are seeing FET going to fill my limits from, I would say, I'm just going to narrow down this box from 1236 to 1414 basically, somewhere like here, and it's going to fill us our spot backs at 1.7, 1.6, and that's where in my view FET is going to run. It's bullish. This is just a wave 4 actually. We are just chopping in a wave 4. HTF, it's bullish. It's going to go for a minimum target of $8 when this whole AI thing goes nuts and goes down with a blow off top. So now two of the coins that I would like to tell you, projects probably going to come. Of course, the first important disclosure is I'm nowhere affiliated with those projects. In fact, I don't have any spot backs because I'm still trying to get the coins with the help of minting it, or basically either minting it or staking it for airdrops. So there are two projects in my view that's going to make big waves in this whole AI space. The first project which is going to come in probably by end of this March is Nimble. So Nimble is an AI project and is so hyped actually. The team is doxed as well, meaning that they have done lot of AMAs with, and they have showed themselves that the team is genuine, the project that they are developing is genuine. And the problem is I really don't got anything. We try to get some seed round or anything for myself and for the whole community, for you guys, but they mentioned that it's closed, and so the only way to get in is by mining. So they have yesterday was their AMA. I was in the AMA, and actually. They have released the guidelines on how you can mine or mint, basically mine, basically, nimble coins, so that you can accumulate nimble, and then probably once it's just going to give you free nimbles, basically. That's what I'm going to do as well. So my friend Jay is going to help me out. Probably he's helping me because I've never done all this mining and everything in my life, never required. But this nimble is definitely can be my next 100x coin for AI, basically. Not sure what the market cap is going to launch, but an exact date when it's going to launch, I don't know at this point. They have not spoken about it. They only mentioned that it's going to be coming in by end of the March. That's all. It can be maybe 29th March, 30 March, or 31st March. I don't know. So that's what about the Nimble. Another project that I personally, I have studied about it, and it's a good deep in project. It's Peak. Peak is a good project, guys. I'm nowhere affiliated or associated with this project, nor I have any investment in that, because I'm like you guys. I am trying to get my hands in the project, but unfortunately the seed rounds and everything investment rounds are closed actually, and the only way to get in was by with the help of either airdrop. But then I tried to get in an airdrop for that project Peak, but the coin, the basically there was the process. In that process you need to buy some different coin of a Peak family, and then you have to buy that coin and stake it, and based on that stake you get an airdrop of Peak. But the price of that coin was so hyped, and I'm damn sure once that airdrop happens, the price of the previous coin is going to go nuts. Basically it's going to dump 80%, 90%, maybe even go to zero. So it don't make sense for me to tell you guys, or even for myself, to buy, and in fact they did not even disclose that how much Peak you're going to get for every that coin you need to stake. So how much Peak you're going to get for every coin you stake actually. So there is no guidelines, practically there is no transparency at this point. So practically Peak is a very good project. I've studied and I've researched about it as well. Only problem is I think Peak is something we need to wait for it when it launches, and I would be definitely just simply buying the market when it launches. Any dips I would buy. I just hope it don't release straight away on SEX. I just wanted to have it launched on a DEX first, so that we can just, because DEX don't have much liquidity at this point. So even if we get anywhere close to 100 million or 150 million market cap, it is still good, because this can the Peak can literally go to more than $2 to $3 billion market cap, which can easily give us in my view easily 20 to 30x gains actually. So of course those who literally got in these projects with the seed round or anything investment round, actually I think they're going to make more than 100x to 200x, but we are not that lucky at this point because we did not got in this project. We were like we couldn't get into it. So yeah, I'm doing well, my friend Udin. A long time. How are you? Missing you a lot. I never heard it from you, my friend. How's everything back in UK? And I hope you are trading it and you are doing really good in this bull run. And come hop in the Discord, probably. If you have if you need anything help or anything, just ping me, my friend. Okay. 3 black crows on Bitcoin. 3 days chart. Let us just see. This is interesting. I never normally see the 3 days chart, but let us see. So for a black crows to be valid, you really wanna, let's try and have a proper chart. I'm deleting my chart for now, so 3 black crows, whether the black crows are valid. I think these black crows are slightly against my theory actually. Let me just open my theory. Let me just open it. Hold on, guys. Give me a sec. Okay, so we go to, let me just open my, what was the name actually? It was, what was the name? Candlestick pattern by Steve Nisson. Candlesticks by Steve Nisson. Steve. Japanese. Where did I post it? That I think it's there on the Discord, right? Under the educational material. Let me just check it. It is having a perfect. I just wanted to confirm if it needs to close a wick under that thing or not. I'm just Japanese candlestick by Steve Nissen. Where is that book? That is like my 21 candlestick. Perfect. Got it. PDF and so 3 black crows actually. Hold on. Black crows. Perfect. The 3 black crows does not happen frequently, but when it occurs, should be very alert. Candlestick metaphor is 3 crows sitting in a tall tree actually. On the day the first black crow make its appearance, the formation is most predictive if the first crow or dark candlestick that closes below the previous candle's real body. Okay. So, okay. The first thing is over here, what they are saying is, okay. The 2 more long-bodied consecutive down days then ensure. On each of these days, it appears if the stock wants to regain its former strength, but the stocks open higher than it closed on the previous day low. By the end of the session, however, the seller regain controls and the stock drops to a new closing lows. Practically. What does this mean is, what they're saying is, the only problem with this black crows is, they are saying, the theory is saying is, we really want the closure of these candles to happen under this, lows actually. Basically, this is what they want. The closure should happen under this, under the previous lows actually. And that's where the 3 black crows are going to be valid. This is what the theory says. Over here, it is not, I would not say it's, the theory is, as per the theory, if I go, this is not valid black crows at this point. If we would have closed the second candle under the previous lows, then I think would have made more sense for us. But I think this is not a 3 black crows. Yes, if you just simply remove the candles and have the bars, then bars are going to tell you that this is the black crows actually. But normally the black crows, I don't like to play with the bars, even if the line chart is totally shit at this point. But yeah, I think the black crows, where is this book? I need to just read it once. The Japanese candlestick pattern by Steve Nissen. I don't know where the book PDF went actually from my desktop, but I'll just find it out. So now that the bull count is invalidated, we have swept the lows. BTC is going to go to my target of 63,000, so 62,400. So let's see if we do happen to get this dip right now at this moment over there. I would be definitely interesting to give you one more spot trade on Bitcoin. It's going to be very risky in my view. I'm not going to give you the knife catch, but what I would like to do is just going to wait for that 15 minutes or 1 hour reaction, and based on the reaction we can go in. But I do think that 63,000 is the good levels, because we have over here a naked POC at 63,000, daily naked POC as well, around a weekly naked POC around 63,100. So this makes sense for Bitcoin. Now the problem is, what if this is not, if I just simply go more bearish, this can be 1 2 1 2, and this can do 3, and maybe even just sweep the lows to 60,000 as well. But I really don't think it's going to happen. Let's see. My primary target is 63,000 to 62,400. So let it go there. We see all the reaction. We see any strong bounce or something, then we go in back into the Bitcoin. Okay. Do not try to knife catch, guys. Do not try to do that. Okay. The last chart for today stream for my friend Udin would be ORI. ORI is I don't know what the ORI coin is, honestly speaking. Looking to the structure over here, my friend, very simple analysis I would do, actually. Very simple. This is your range highs and this is your range lows. So we are at equilibrium right now. If loses 14.7, if we close a single 4-hour candles under this, the price gets acceptance, and we are likely going to see a deviation under this, and it's going to go to 11.1. Come back up, reclaim it, and it's going to run, or it might never even run. But if you're holding the 11.7, wait for it to start reclaiming the 15.9, accumulate here. Once it does, then you go back inside and just going to let it ride. Then that's how you should play. For now, wait. Losing this equilibrium, then it's going to target like here. It's going to go for the sweep of the range lows. Now let's check the daily time frame, whether we have any sort of a, very interesting fact I would like to tell you guys. Today morning when I gave Bitcoin scalp at 66,000, I just checked our website and the divergence screener, and what I saw was everything was bearish. It was not showing any bullish sign. Everything was bear. So I was like, the screener might be wrong actually. I mean, we should pump. But now looking to it, I feel that we dumped. It took me out. It just tells me that how powerful these screeners and how powerful the breaker bot and how powerful our AI bot is. I mean, our AI bot gives us a short on Bitcoin on 1 hour time frame as well. And it just keeps on giving short actually. That's all. I mean, I don't know why, but it just keeps on giving short. I mean, of course, at some point it's going to turn to bull, but for now it's not bull actually. ORI, it is also losing the 4750 RSI, guys. So on the daily, so just wait for the daily how it closes. If it closes under 50, khalas. You just have to wait. If it closes, if it flips 50%, then the momentum is going to start picking up. But right now it is a very, very crucial level. Anything under equilibrium, the game is over for ORI at this point. So that's all for my friends, guys. Today, I think I would like each and every one of you to enjoy the weekend to the fullest. We made good gains on Bitcoin long as well as SNX long yesterday, except the Bitcoin's 1 hour loss that we took today actually. Waves and send are still underwater. Waves is above our stop loss, which is still acceptable. Send is not. I still feel that I'm gonna take you guys out of this trade in profits, so just hold it for a few days maybe, because total 2 is bullish and total 3 is bullish as well. This dip is for buying in my view. I would not be bearish. Yes, I would be bearish only and only once Bitcoin starts losing the March open levels of 61,100. If it loses, then we can literally dump to 56,000 bucks as well, maybe even lows to $50,000. I think Rick mentioned that normally from the previous highs, we normally see 30% dump. And if that happens, 30% dump as well this time, we should be aiming for 50 to 51,000. I think Rick, you mentioned or someone else mentioned, but someone did mention to me, or Arsalan mentioned. Someone did mention, I know. So I just don't remember who mentioned to me, but Someone did mention, so we just have to be careful about that thing. And I'm sure, I think we should be getting that 70k retest before we start dumping it more actually. So that's all, ladies and gentlemen, for today's stream. And I'm watching it. If I feel comfortable on giving spot trades for Bitcoin around 63,000 after seeing a good confirmation, I'll give you guys. If you'd like to support, do like this video and share it with your friends. Also use our screeners, guys. On the website, it's free of cost for you guys. You don't have to pay anything. And our third screener is also going to come very, very soon, which is going to be very, very interesting screener. You won't be able to find such sort of screener anywhere in this whole space. So this is just a small thing I am giving personally to the whole crypto space and the newbies out there who are struggling in this market, so as to give them basically, how you can play with the help of these bots actually. That's all, guys. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.